Hello and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to go through a couple more MCQs on business economics from examination point of view. The first question, one of the main reasons for the existence of monopoly: control over a key resource, perfect information, easy entry and exit from market, a large number of sellers. Which is the right answers? What is monopoly? What is the main reason for the existence of monopoly? Correct. Control over a key resource. That is one of the main reasons. The second question. Price discrimination is a practice more commonly associated with what? Monopoly and monopolistic competition, homogeneous product markets, oligopoly, perfect competition. Which is the right answer? Price discrimination. Where is it mostly used? Monopoly and monopolistic competition. Very good. Next one. In a oligopoly, the actions of one firm are, they have no impact on other firms. They are always in cooperation with other firms. They can significantly affect the actions and profits of other firms, or they are independent of other firms. What is oligopoly? Which one is right here? They can significantly affect the actions and profits of other firms. Right. Next one. Perfect competition assumes what? Product differentiation, control over prices by individual firms, perfect information and no transaction cost, significant barriers to entry. Which of these is assumed by perfect competition? Perfect information and no transaction cost. Good. Let's do the next one. The presence of barriers to entry in a market is a characteristic of which market? Monopoly and oligopoly, competitive markets with no differentiation, monopolistic competition, perfect competition. Which one of these is the right one? Barriers of entry is a main characteristic of monopoly and oligopoly. Very good. Next one. Economic profit in the long run in a perfect competitive market is what? Constant regardless of market conditions, is negative, is zero, or positive. What could be the answer? Economic profit in the long run in a perfectly competitive market. What will it be? Zero. Very good. Okay. Let's take the next one now. National income can be defined as the total income earned by all citizens, the total income earned by the government, the total value of all goods and services produced within a country over a specific period of time, the total revenue of all business in the country. Which one is right? Fantastic. The total value of all goods and services produced within a country over a specific period of time. Right. Next one. The fiscal deficit occurs when government revenue exceeds government spending. There is no government debt. Government spending exceeds government revenue. Government balances its budget. What is fiscal deficit? Deficit means what? Fiscal deficit. What is fiscal deficit? Government spending exceeds government revenue. Very good. Let's take this next one. An economic system refers to what? The financial system of a country, the way a society organizes the production, distribution and consumption of goods and service, the political system of a country, the cultural system of a country. What does economic system mean? Which of these is the right one? The way a society organizes the production, distribution and consumption of goods and service. Next one. Economic liberalization typically involves what? Promoting state-owned enterprises, restricting international trade, reducing government regulations and barriers to trade, increasing government control over the economy. Which one of these is involved in economic liberalization? Very good. Reducing government regulations and barrier to trade. Okay, that's good one. Next, privatization is a process of, what is privatization? Increasing government regulation of business, transferring ownership of businesses from the public sector to private sector, nationalizing industries, transferring ownership from private to public sector. Privatization means what? Correct. Transferring ownership of businesses or services from the public sector to private sector. That is privatization. Globalization is characterized by what? Increased interconnectedness and interdependence of economies, protectionist trade practices, decrease in international trade, or isolation of national economies. Globalization ante enti? Globalization means what? You are right. Increased interconnectedness and interdependence of economies. Very good. Next one. Business cycles refer to what? What does business cycle mean? Periods of uninterrupted economic decline, constant economic growth, life cycle of a business, fluctuations in economic activity over time. What does business cycle mean? Which is the right one among these four? Fluctuations in economic activity over time is called business cycles. Okay, right. Next one. The classical theory of international trade suggests that, which is the right one? Trade should be restricted. Countries should specialize in producing goods for which they have competitive advantage. Countries should not engage in international trade, or countries should be self-sufficient. Classical theory of international trade. What does it suggest? Countries should specialize in producing goods for which they have advantage. Very good. Next one. The balance of trade is the difference between what? The value of country's exports and imports, the country's total income and expenditure, the country's government revenue and government spending, value of country's imports and exports. What does the balance of trade mean? Enti balance of trade ante enti? It's the value of country's exports and imports, the difference between exports and imports. Right. Next one. A balance of payments surplus occur when there is no trade between countries, a total of countries' credits in its balance of payments exceeds its debits, a country's imports exceeds its exports, a total of countries' debits exceeds its credits. Which one is right? Balance of payment. The total of countries' credits in its balance of payment exceeds its debits. Good. Economic liberalization typically results in what? Increased competition and efficiency in the economy, decreased foreign investment, decreased trade with other countries, increased government intervention in the economy. Which is resulted from economic liberalization? Increased competition and efficiency in the economy. Right. Next one. Globalization has led to what? Decreased movement of people and capital, greater integration of global markets, less cultural exchange, reduced international cooperation. What was the main thing which happened in globalization? Greater integration of global markets. Very good. Let's take the next one. The WTO, World Trade Organization, plays a key role in what? Promoting protectionist trade practices, encouraging trade only among developed countries, regulating domestic economic policies, facilitating international trade negotiations and dispute resolution. What is the key role of WTO? Facilitating international trade negotiation and dispute resolutions. Very good. Next one. Business cycles are characterized by phases of what? Expansion, peak, contraction and trough, uninterrupted decline, linear progression, constant growth. Which is right? Business cycles ante enti? What are the characteristics of business cycles? Very good. Expansion, peak, contraction and trough. Okay, this ends part 3. Okay, thank you for watching. Do like us, share and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.